Mistakes people make, including myself, with their denim. We're talking about that today. Stick around. Fellas, welcome back. It's Robert, your everyday gentleman. And I'm not a very dapper guy. And don't get me wrong, I do like suits and I do wear, coats and blazers from time to time. But nowadays, more often than not, you're gonna find me in a more smart casual type of style. That means jeans are pretty much a staple in my wardrobe. And since I use them so much, I've learned a lot about how to care for them. So today, I'm talking about a lot of the common mistakes people make when it comes to their denim. Now, if you're new to my channel, I want to thank you for clicking on this video. Again, my name is Robert. Here I talk about everything to do with men's lifestyle, whether it's fashion, fragrances, grooming, fitness, whiskey, cigars, really anything I feel encompasses being a man in today's age. I invite you to subscribe and engage in the comments down below. And if you're already a subscriber, I want to thank you for your continued support. And with that, let's jump into it. The first thing we're going to talk about is the wrong fit. Now, I recently posted a video about what fit means. I'll put a link to that video right here in case you missed it. So without getting too deep into that again, you have to make sure that your jeans fit well. If the waist is too small, they're not gonna button up comfortably. And if the waist is too big, you run the risk of looking like you're pitching a tent. Getting the wrong size throws off the overall look of the jeans, so start with the right size for your waist, and then make sure that you're avoiding this next mistake, which is getting the wrong cut. Now, the reason that there's so many different cuts when it comes to denim is because there's so many different body types. Certain cuts are going to be more flattering to you depending on your unique build. Now, first and foremost, you have to make sure that that inseam is the appropriate length. After that, you need to decide if a skinny, a slim, or a taper cut is what's going to fit your body best. For example, if you're a very slim guy, the skinny cut may be the better option for you to go with. And if you're a muscular guy with well-built quads, then the tapered cut might be better for you. I recommend trying a few different cuts, especially from a few different brands, because they will vary a little bit, to find what's going to fit your unique build the best. Again, I touched on this a little bit in my previous video, but the main thing you're going to want to avoid is excess fabric on your leg. Anything above an inch or two of excess fabric is probably going to be too much. Now, the next mistake that I see when it comes to denim is too much distressing. Now, I'm an older guy, so I'm at the stage where distressing in general isn't something you see too much in my wardrobe. Now, with that being said, I do still feel that I can get away with a little bit of distressing, but that brings me to the point. A little goes a long way. I think that distressing looks best when it looks natural. You don't want the jeans to look like they're just way too old or like they've been involved in some kind of weed whacker or lawnmower accident. Certain distressing, like blown out knees or some wear maybe in the front pockets, is going to give your look a little bit of an edge without looking like it's overdone. You definitely want to avoid major tears and openings in the thighs and the remainder of the leg. Keeping it simple and minimal is still going to keep you looking good while still giving you that bad boy edge. Now, the next common mistake when it comes to your denim is too much embellishment. The reality is, the age of blinged out pockets has come and gone. So has the time where rocking those True Religion jeans with that thick white stitching down the sides was the thing to wear. To me, the classic styles of denim are pretty much always the way to go. Classic is simply just always going to be in style. If you stick with the classic colors and styles and cuts when it comes to your denim, you really never have to worry about if your jeans are in trend. One thing that's never in style though is the next mistake, which is sagging. I just can't say this enough. Sagging your pants never looks good. Now, you may be able to get away with this if you're a youngster or a teenager and basically you get away with it because you have the excuse of you didn't know any better. But there comes a time and an age where you have to realize that this look is absolutely terrible. And the sooner you come to that, the better. Nobody wants to see your stinky boxers. It just looks trashy and low class. And the worst to me is when the guy is picking up his shirt showing more of that sagging look. I don't get it. Girls don't like it. Stop doing it. Now, denim mistakes don't always come in the way of fit, wear, or style. Improper care is also something that you see as a common mistake. So let's take a little bit of time to talk about the ways that you can improperly care for your denim. First, you may wash your denim too much. Now, denim doesn't need to be washed after every use. Now, aside from the added benefit of being better for the environment, washing your denim less is gonna extend the life of those jeans. A common rule of thumb that I see when it comes to washing is once every 10 wears, but I think you might even be able to extend that. I mean, unless you stained your pants or they're noticeably funky or stinky, you could probably avoid washing them. And there's a couple hacks that you can actually do to give them a freshening up. One of them is putting them in the freezer. Typically what I'll do is I'll take a 1 gallon Ziploc bag, put my jeans in there, and then put that in the freezer for about 24 hours. And then sometimes if I want to get a little bit of extra freshness, I'll hit them with a little Febreze before they go into the bag. Now it's said that the freezing temperatures are going to kill off some of the bacteria that especially creates those odors, but there is some research that proves that it really only makes the bacteria dormant. But I will say that the addition of the Febreze does help to freshen up the jeans. Another thing that you can do if you want to freshen up your jeans is hang them on a pants hanger, hit them with a little Febreze, and then just let them air out for a while. This is another hack that's going to help eliminate odors without having to deal with the harshness of a washer. Now I am a little more careful when it comes to my dark denim, but when it comes to my light denim, I may wash that a little bit more often. Since the color itself isn't as delicate as dark denim, they can deal with washing a little bit better, but you still want to avoid the next mistake, which is washing incorrectly. Now eventually you're going to have to throw that denim into the washer, but you need to do it right so they can continue to look good for as long as possible. The first thing you're going to want to do is flip them inside out. This helps to retain the color of the fabric, but it also protects the fabric from all the rubbing and agitation that happens inside of the washer. Second, use cold water. Now cold water isn't as harsh as hot water, so that's going to help to preserve the color and the integrity of the fabric. Lastly, avoid the dryer. Now I'm sure you've seen all the lint that builds up in a lint trap. That lint is actually little bits of your fabric that's coming off just from all the harshness and everything that's going on when your clothes is inside the dryer. Now drying your clothes in general isn't really that good for it, but it does make the job a little bit easier. I do use the dryer to dry the majority of my clothes, but certain items like my denim, I hang dry. Obviously this is going to take longer, but in the long run it's going to be better for the lifespan of your denim. Basically what I'll do is I'll just take my jeans from the washer, shake them out a little bit to help get rid of some of the wrinkles, put them on a pants hanger, and then once they're completely dry, if they still have a little bit of wrinkles, I'll hit them with a steamer to get rid of whatever's left before I hang them into my closet. So that's it when it comes to what I consider the more common mistakes people make when it comes to denim. But let me hear your thoughts. Do you agree, disagree? Are there any other things you think should be mentioned in the list? Make sure you put those in the comments down below. I love hearing from my EG family. Now as always, if you found value in this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button down below. Again, it really does help the channel out. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so you catch all future videos from this channel. And remember, being a gentleman is an everyday thing. See you in the next one. We bop and hippity hop. I'm as happy as I can be.